Hey, No Brains, No Headache listeners. You can find every episode on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Episodes are available to watch on YouTube, where you can subscribe, like, and comment on each episode. Make sure to follow No Brains, No Headache on your favorite social media platform for up to date news, clips, and poorly timed jokes. Now, let's get into this week's episode.
No brains, no headache. That's the way I like it. Turn my worries into jokes. Set 'em on fire while we light it. No brains, no headache.
Welcome to No Brains, No Headache podcast, episode 285. We're back for yet another recording of this mindlessly entertaining show. I'm going to be your host today. I'm Jordan Weichel. Happy to be here. Damn glad to do so. Next to me is my co-host, confidant, longtime friend, fellow comedian. I like to call him Ongo. His name is Matt Cleary. Ongo, how are we doing today? Okay, that was unnecessary.
I found an instrument that you did not sell.
Nice. The harmonica must have missed that one. Otherwise, it would have been just down the street. Just exit stage left.
Yeah, I need a haircut bad. I have one on Wednesday or Thursday this week. I'm so excited.
Big haircut podcast lately, which is good to see. I just want to give you a heads up. I'm watching Survivor in the background, so if I'm just not paying attention.
That's good to do, because you definitely are just dynamite at multitasking.
Pretty much brain dead. So got that going for us.
I want to bring up. So Jordan tried to FaceTime me at about 10:30 my time on Sunday, and I didn't answer. I was in bed, and Jordan could have been, all you had to say was, "Hey, I'm with Crystal and she wants to say hi." I would have been like, "Cool, I'll answer." Jordan texted me back and said, and I quote, "Answer, you dick." And
you know what? Things got away from me. It's Super Bowl weekend. The funny thing is, I didn't even go to Waste Management Open, but the way I was going, you would have thought that I was just there from 7 a.m. till sundown.
Yeah, which leads me to believe that I think you need to get into things a little, like maybe subtler, if that's a word.
Couldn't agree more. There's lots of room for improvement, and there's no denying that.
It brought me to this story that's just so fucking hilarious that I couldn't bring up. Oops, sorry. But so we put on a show, and it was like record number sales, and for whatever reason, we decided to get drunk beforehand, and I was doing tickets and just lost track of like the number of tickets. So I was like, wait, we were sold out. Like, we shouldn't let anyone else in. And I text Jordan and I was like, "Hey, I'll put something on Facebook. Do you want to put something on Instagram saying that we're sold out, so that no one else comes?" And he's like, "Yep, I got it." And so I put on Facebook and I was like, "Shout out so-and-so for slinging the drinks, but unfortunately we're sold out and we can't sell any more tickets tonight. Thank you everyone for all the support. Means a lot to us." Subtle. I look at what Jordan puts on Instagram, and I actually wrote this down like a long ass time ago because it's so funny.
I don't even remember this, but.
And Jordan puts a picture of the show and it says sold out on it. And he goes, "Fuck you guys for saying that I never do anything. Sold this bitch out. Fuck you again."
Haters gonna hate, master's gonna bait. You know what I mean?
It's just so funny.
I don't know. Subtle just isn't in my vocabulary. You know, I can't do it. But
well, anyway, Jordan called me again at 3:11 a.m. on what would be Monday morning my time. Needless to say, I didn't answer.
Probably for the best. I probably would want to just chat your ear off. I don't know. I get really chatty. Like, Yeah, it just gets like it's not bad. It's just I just love to chat.
I should have
Which
known it was coming because you did put in last week's rundown. You're like, we should bring back drunk calling, and I was like,
Yeah.
maybe not. I don't know,
big
but
advocate for that, but
I could just see like we should franchise a Buffalo Wild Wings right next to me. We would make so much money, and it's like that. I don't know if that's a great idea, but I'm in.
well, I'm trying to figure it out because it's like I don't know. I'm not like ashamed or anything, but I'm trying to figure out. It's like why do I feel the need to just like call all these people? And I think it's very clear and obvious that I like live in a new state now, so I'm not with the normal people. Um, that I have a meaningful connection with. I think
Yeah.
that's just what's lacking right now, and that's okay. I mean, that's what happens when you move across the country. Uh, I have met some really cool people though. The night before, I was out with a gentleman by the name of Chase. Super nice guy. We had a great time together. Hilarious. He kind of reminds me of this guy on Instagram. I'm not gonna be able to follow him, but I almost mix those two up because they look alike and they're both hilarious. But that's probably why it is. So if anybody out there is just getting a late night phone call from me, probably don't answer. It's not going to be intelligent. I'll tell you that for free. But
Yeah.
hey, you know what? You live and you learn. I got a big boy job recently, a new gig. So definitely need to buckle down a little bit and grow up. Buckle down, grow up is what we're going to work on in the next couple of weeks. And the worst part is Matt's coming to Arizona in a week. So it's just tough.
You said we live and we learn. We can learn in a couple weeks. Like we'll figure it out after that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's, those first couple of weeks when you start something new is usually like you're not really under the gun quite yet. So I think it'll be fine just to take the training wheels off slowly but surely. And we'll have a good time. But it was a big weekend. I had a great time. There was that. I've also come to the realization that there's all these food influencers who are making food on their page or whatever. You ever notice that? You ever seen one where they're like, this tastes like shit, or this didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. It's okay. It's not great. No, according to everyone, when they make the food from scratch, it's always great. It's the influencers who are like doing food reviews, like, oh, I got this gas station burrito and it was terrible, but I still ate it all anyway. You know what I mean?
Honest food reviewer. That's what we would need.
That's what this country needs. I think that's why we're in the place we're at, is just because nobody's telling the truth anymore. Like, I mean, I don't know if you make dinner a whole lot. I kind of do here and there, depending on the day. But I like to keep it real simple. Because I'm cooking for myself. If I get hungry enough, been on that fast streak for like 5 weeks now. You get pretty hungry. Anything tastes pretty damn good. Plus, I'm cooking for one, so it doesn't really matter. But there's still times where if I try to get a little exotic, get a little extravagant, it just doesn't pan out. And I'm honest with myself. But there's just not honest people out there, I guess.
I don't know. I love the food influencers. That one of my favorite ones, I think it's like Chef Reacts, where it's just this guy's like a trained chef, but he just reacts to like homemade people. They're like, all right, you're gonna want to get a 5-gallon drum, dump all these different noodles, and he's like, that bolognese sauce would give me Crohn's disease. And I'm like, see, that's what I like to see. Like, give me something.
Is he super monotone?
Yeah, and he's bald.
Okay. Yeah.
He's great. And he was just like, what? And he'll just swear, and like it's great. Like I love like the no filter, just this. He's like, this sucks. What is this lady doing? It's like her kids are gonna be diabetic. It's like probably right.
Yeah, like the ones where they have a Blackstone and they're just like pouring they have like 5 different bags of candy and they just pour it on the Blackstone. It's clearly clickbait. Because have you noticed like the AI posts, or they kind of look AI? Maybe they're just, normally intelligent posts, but it'll be like top 10 wide receivers of all time in the NFL. and then you'll have like Nate Burleson at number 9. It's like, okay, this is just ridiculous. And then you get a reaction out of it. They're purposely doing this.
Yeah. The fun fact, Nate Burleson for like 3 years followed me on Twitter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think he thought I was someone else, but it worked out.
Well, I was telling somebody about the podcast the other day, and they looked it up, and No Brains, No Headache is followed by 60-second classics.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Mike Camerlengo.
Yes, Mike. He's been on the show before, way back in the day. That's how it's been. Literally,
he's been on a couple times.
Yeah, we had him on a few times, and he's great. But yeah, he does 60-second classics, so definitely go check that out. But the guy was like, "Dude, 60-second classics follows you. That's awesome." I was like, yeah. Sure, yeah, right on, man. Totally. So you gonna follow, or do I need to press the button for you?
Our biggest claim to fame with Mike and 60-second classics is the first time he came on his show, he accidentally said that his wife was pregnant, and then had to email us and be like, "Hey, I haven't told anyone, even my family, so if you could not put that on." We're like, "Oh yeah, totally." And I think we just left it in anyways.
There's a 400% chance that we just left that in.
Yeah, just
like Mike, 4 people listen to this show. I don't think it's a big deal. That would be tough. Like back in the early days of No Brains, No Headache, you find out that like somebody you know, your family member is pregnant via No Brains, No Headache podcast. I don't know. I don't know if that's the kind of gender reveal you want, you know?
Yeah, I could see like there's rock bottom and then there's 50 feet of shit. And then there's finding out one of your family members is pregnant via this podcast.
Yeah, I think pregnancy news is not a top. Here's what we talk about: Matt's haircuts, food, and then we have a bunch of fan theories of movies that we just like dive into.
Yeah, there was someone was talking to me earlier and they were like, "Hey, yeah, there's this one bar that has like a very unique niche and they're changing it because that game sucks." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I get it. If you really like to play that like one particular game, you'd love this bar. Like if there was a bar that was just full of tits and Busch Light, I would probably go there every day."
Well, there is.
Not where I live. Trust me. I looked. My shirt's on backwards right now.
Is it bothering you?
I don't care enough to like figure it out.
What else do we have for housekeeping?
That reminds me of being out of touch. So I had this great interaction. I went to this like it was like some sort of event where I was talking with some people that I haven't talked to in forever, and I was like, "Oh, hey, like I haven't seen you in forever. You guys still live in Highland Acres?" They're like, "We moved in 2004. I was like, "Okie dokie then."
That's just 20 years off.
Yeah. And then like I like to do this thing where I'll watch like a TV show and then I'll look up the people on Instagram and be like, maybe I have a shot with her. And
like Michelle Randolph Landman.
Yeah, like I would do that. And I like this really unique band, and I followed her on Instagram and I messaged her and I said, "Hey, I really like your music." And she replied back and I was like, "I don't know what to do now."
Was it like, how quickly was this response?
It was like really quick.
You weren't prepared for such a thing, were you?
Well, I messaged her at 4:14 in the morning. So apparently I was
okay. See, you're on the train, dude. You're getting with the program, Matt.
She messaged me back 19 minutes later.
That is just insane. Is it the same time zone?
No, she lives in Ireland. So like she was probably just getting up for the day, and I was just like, "Hey, I really like your music. We should date."
Is that how you go about sliding into the DMs? I mean, it's not a bad approach.
It's not a good one either.
I mean, it's right in between. I would say there's room for improve, but it could have done worse. There's you did a compliment. You have something in common that you both like that music. The problem I'm kind of seeing just out of the gate, and I don't know if you've realized this, but her living in a different continent. You give me a hard time if I talk to a girl across the country. Now you're trying to talk to a girl fucking across the pond. There I go swearing. Damn it.
I gave you shit because you met a girl one time and then went and got your passport renewed.
I didn't even see her. I just renewed my passport because it would needed to be done anyway. And then in the event that we decided to link up again, I would be prepared.
Okay, fair.
Speaking of which, where is my passport?
I traded it for $30, which we'll get into later. I have a great idea.
Well, there may be a new Canadian on the line, so I'll tell you about that later. But
anything else for housekeeping?
No, let's stop the entire episode.
Okay. Let's party.
In the news this week, are you familiar with Grady Dick, the NBA player?
Was that with a G, Grady?
Yep.
Not familiar, no.
Okay, he was a star at Kansas. I guess you're not a fan of them very much, so
I'm a terrible Kansas fan.
But he's been getting in trouble because they like to do the jersey swaps at the end of it, and with the last name Dick, you can run into some pretty good ones. And he did a jersey swap with Kevin Love, so it was Love Dick, and they both got suspended for one game.
That's a shocker, and
yeah,
with the LGBTQ community the way it is, I would prefer, in this modern day of progressivism, I think loving dick is more normal than not loving dick.
So I went through the entire NBA, and I came up with jersey swaps that I think could be funny for him.
Okay, what do we got?
And I'm gonna need. I did it in groups of 5, so like give me your favorite from each 5. There's
okay.
White Dick, Joe Dick, Holiday Dick, Dick Curry, and Moody Dick.
Okay, all right, I got it.
Dick Harden, Smart Dick, Dick Booker, Achua Dick, Dick Hunter.
We'll go with group 2 unless there's a third group.
There's 5 groups.
Holy shit. Okay.
I went through the entire NBA. I feel like Dick Booker is just a great name for like a pimp.
Well, and are you doing modern day players?
This is the current NBA.
Okay, because one I thought about, and I don't mean to cut you off, but I was thinking right away, my mind went Dick Iverson. I was like, actually, you know what? That's a pretty cool name.
That's probably some old white guy who franchises Cracker Barrels in the upper Midwest.
Like if I was a black guy who lived somewhere like in the southeast part of the United States, I would prefer my name to be Daytona Jones.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Would you spell it like the Daytona?
Normally.
Oh, okay. I was like the Daytona where it's like very long and has 2 Y's at the end.
No, like Daytona Beach, Florida. Is like Daytona. I want to be like, they'd be like, oh, what's up, Daytona Jones? That's me.
So out of those, I would say that Dick Booker is my like in the lead.
For sure.
The third group is Lively Dick, Coward Dick, Small Dick, Loony Dick, and Dick Queen.
I don't know, Loony Dick. It's a big old question mark there. Where did I want to interpret that?
See, a lot of them like Coward Dick. Like I just assume that guy's shooting blanks.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like lights are on, nobody's home kind of deal.
And the next one is Dick Man, Sharp Dick, Heart Dick, Bona Dick. And this one, he needs to be playing both Ball brothers, but Ball Dick Ball.
I don't know how you do the jersey swap, but
he would be Eiffel Towered by 2 Ball brothers.
And they're just holding their own jerseys pre-swap. What about just Dick swap?
If there was two wait, is the guy's last name Dick or Swap?
Well, the other guy's name is Swap, but it's a jersey swap, but it's with Grady Dick. Therefore, it's a Dick swap.
What if there was Dick Swap Dick?
I think you got to keep it at just one swapping of the penis.
This is my all-time favorite one outside of the Ball Brothers one. Huff Dick. You could be like, wow, that chick's a whore. She huffs dick.
It's one way of doing it.
Dick topping. I feel like that's when you put fancy hats on top of your own erectile. Never mind. Prince Dick, Where Dick, and Suggs Dick.
I like the Suggs one.
Yeah.
I don't know, that second group I would have to still say is the best. Was it Harden Dick?
Yeah, Dick Harden, Smart Dick, Dick Booker, Achua Dick, and Dick Hunter.
I think that one's got to take the cake for my personal pref.
Yeah, but
this is a terrible season of Survivor.
Yeah, that's how I spent my Saturday last week, was going through every NBA roster and coming up with dick names. So
now what you should do is type all of those into Google and then have to click the top website.
Wonder what happens when I type in ball dick ball.
I don't think you want to know, Matt. I can't imagine it to be very hetero, whatever the results are.
It comes up with the thing from Superbad when he's trying on jeans. And he's like, do you think they're too tight? He's like, I could see your balls. And he's like, yeah, but it's like sandwiches my dick, so it's like ball dick ball.
Do the Ball brothers play for the same team now?
No, I think at one point, like the shitty one played for the Hornets with
which one's the I don't know why I asked.
So actually. It goes Jello, Worthless. He has one rap song that apparently blew up. And then there's Lonzo, riddled with injury, LaMelo, really good.
Interesting.
But typing that into Google made me think of the story. I think I've told you before, but when loudmouth golf was a big thing, you would they had like fancy pants that you'd wear for golf. And it was like John Daly's brand. And so when I was working at the golf course, we just got these new computers, and it was loudmouthgolf.com where we go to buy them. And one of the guys I was working with, instead of that, typed in loadmymouth.com, and we just got a ton of viruses.
I mean, what do you expect when you type in those 3 words in that order? Like, come on. It can't be good. It's not like some guy doing like a mukbang.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever been on Meat Spin? It's totally about deli meats and not a guy just spinning his hog.
Oh, well, we got off to it's a ravishing start here.
It's when I spent my Saturday researching dick names, so that'll happen.
There you go. I spent my Saturday sleeping. I got a job offer, and for some reason, my mind just couldn't comprehend such a thing. And so then I was up till 5. I was like trying to go to bed. You know, I usually go lay in bed at like a decent time, like anywhere from like 11 to midnight. But yeah, I stayed up on, let's see, that was Thursday night until 5 in the morning. I would try to fall asleep, and for some reason, my head would just play all these different scenarios in it. Like, what should I do? I got to make the perfect decision. So yeah, Friday night I got home, and then I slept until, I shit you not, like 4 p.m. the next day. I had to catch up on my sleep. I don't know. Weird things happening. A lot going on right here.
But yeah. When you're up that late, something I like to do recently is I like to Instagram message Irish emo singers.
But that kind of plays in your favor, because if it's 4 a.m. your time, it's probably about 11 a.m. Ireland time, maybe, give or take, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, yeah, she could easily realize, like, okay, this guy is from like central United States. It is 4 in the morning, but I don't know. I think it works in your favor, you know. Get her while she's nice and awake and
Yeah.
alive and ready during the day. And maybe you guys have a future together.
I mean, I sent this was a while ago. I sent like a video of hers because I liked this song, and I sent it to Blaze, and I was like, I would let this girl ruin my entire life.
Yeah, well, I think that's what we call love.
Yeah.
You know, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah. So we're taking the podcast abroad.
Oh God. Well, thank
Nice.
God I renewed my passport then.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we'll just bring the Canadians with us. I heard this weather guy. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was a weather man from back in the North Dakota area, because I still follow them pretty closely. Do I follow a single weather person in Arizona? No, really no need to.
Pretty warm today.
It's pretty much just like the same shit over and over. And he goes on to say, he said some crazy stat about how something hasn't happened since October of 2023. And then he went as far to say and reference that it was exactly 832 days ago. And I was like, okay, at what point can you just put in a large number of days? And is anybody really going to go fact check you?
No.
Like, nobody's going to care enough. Because I could say, oh, Matt, we started the podcast, 5,381 days ago. Are you really disputing that?
I mean, I'm on this podcast and I believe that. So
okay, well, I'm just saying about 3,600 days is 10 years, give or take.
Yeah.
So
leap years.
Yeah, I mean, you got to count the leap years. That definitely makes a big difference in what your total number is. But then it really, and this is another thing that we always talk about on the show, amongst the others I listed earlier. This is similar to our bi-monthly debate on people who tell you their kid's age and the amount of months, or sober people saying an aggressively high number of months that they've been off the sauce, when you can clearly say years.
I have a
Like,
couple.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was like, I have a couple things like that written down. Like, these have been in my notes for months, but I just said, I wrote down, saw a commercial where it was raising money for a kid that had between 6 weeks and 4 years to live, and I was like, albeit sad, you cannot give me that big of a window, because I will procrastinate donating any sort of money, if at all.
I want to know what kind of formula that these, professional, medical doctors are doing. Because I even saw a clip of Nick Swardson talking about how he was just like on a bender, and he went to urgent care, and then urgent care was like, we need to get you to a hospital immediately, because he had like pancreatitis, pneumonia, and I don't know, a bunch of other things going on at once. And he was like, the doctor told me that I had a 10% chance of like living. So I want to know what the formula is that these people are using. Like, for this poor kid. Yeah, that you could say that for anyone. I have, as long as I don't leave my apartment in the next like 12 hours, I have 12 hours to 60 years to live.
Well, it's the age-old tale. How would you want to know? Would you want to know the time exactly of when you're going to die, or how you're going to die?
Can I choose neither?
Yeah,
I feel like once you get that information, I don't know, anxiety through the roof.
It's like, I get stabbed by a fork, I'm like, never going near forks again.
But and then if you also know that information, like if you chose the time where they're like, okay, Jordan, you are gonna die on February 11th at 11:15 a.m. are you not just like are we not just gonna chill out like in our bed or something? Like, hide in the closet maybe?
I'm going to find the hardest drugs I can possibly get.
I think I would go with your Bush Light and boobs idea.
Yeah. I'm finally going to finish the last season of Lost in that last.
I'm finally gonna watch the last episode of The Sopranos because I've been putting it off this whole time because I just don't want it to end.
I'm going to finish up my taxes.
Yeah. God, taxes. I am not. I need to like sit down and maybe start thinking about that. I'm not going to though.
I'm going to cancel my Wi-Fi so my family doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Did you ever have to like cancel your Wi-Fi?
I guess maybe moving out of apartments. I don't know.
I
Don't you
had to
just
like
call.
yeah, I called and I had to cancel cable was what I was doing, and I just like lied to the person. I was like, I'm
Did they-
traveling abroad a lot, so I'm not going to be home. I'm not going to watch cable all that much.
I have a future with an Irish singer-songwriter.
Which
She doesn't
is-
know I'm coming, but
Yeah. So I'm gonna be pretty. I would just lie, like aggressively lie of things like, yeah, I have a couple kids on the way. I don't.
are you are you nervous what they're gonna say or what?
I'm nervous of confrontation with someone that I will never meet.
Of authority?
Yeah,
It's like-
and the authority is someone that works probably from home in no pants slants.
Remember when you moved into your house and you definitely turned your electricity on?
I thought I had like 5 days.
I think you had like 72 hours, but
Okay, well let's not get into semantics.
and then I found they purposely print it on very bright like green colors, and I found that sheet of paper just under a pile of junk.
Yeah. Well, maybe they should have just like, I don't know, texted me.
The electric company.
Yeah, I don't know why this just popped into my head, but one time in the 8th grade, I wrote an essay to like Scholastica or whatever about how I overcame hard times in attempt to win free Domino's pizza for a year.
What was your adversity that you overcame, Matt?
I literally think it was like one time my family ran out of gas and my dad had to use my brother as collateral for the gas tank. And like it was like nothing that was remotely hard.
I watched the VCR version, the VHS tape of Beverly Hills Ninja so much that it broke. And I couldn't watch it anymore.
And like I didn't think I was bad. I mean, I tried and I wrote like a 2-page essay. Like I put my heart and soul into winning free Domino's for a year. And I read the actual essay that won, and it was like some girl from Kansas that her family got in a car accident and she was the only one that survived, and now she's like doing super well in school. And I was like, and I'm over here talking about like we ran out of chicken in the biscuit one car trip, and let's just say we had to wait till the next gas station, and my tum-tum was brum brum.
Well, there's a reason she's doing so well in school. She just wants to think about homework and not the fact that her entire family is dead.
And then I was upset right away. And then I was like, I didn't even want that because free Domino's for a year was a free medium pizza every Sunday.
Which still, I mean,
At that was the time of the 555 deal. So like free pizza for a year was like $200.
yeah, we don't realize how good we had it. $5 foot long, gone. Back when I used to eat Subway.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that the weather guy said it was exactly 832 days ago. Just unnecessary,
Yeah.
in my
that's-
opinion.
It's brutal. So casinos are doing this thing where they put like vending machines that you can come in and put gold like jewelry in, and it melts it down at 2200 degrees and then gives you cash for it. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. But like, what people have gold? I was like, what if there was something for like the poor man's thing of that, where you're like, I need money to gamble. And they're like, well, come in here and give someone a hand job for $30. And then you're like, I'm out of money at the roulette table. Go, come back with $30. You're like, all on black, comes up red. And you're like, I'll be right back.
I'll be right back because you're just putting on some rubber gloves.
Just, but I was like, why don't they just have like pawn shop kiosks in casinos?
And just a straight up pawn shop in the casino.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know, I see where you're going with this, and I understand. I'm assuming the casino, if they can help it, they don't want that clientele there, but that is their clientele.
Yeah.
Like they just don't want to like enable the pawning of the goods. You got to go off site, go pawn it somewhere else, and then bring your money back to the casino. We'll gladly let you gamble.
Well, I feel like the hand job thing, going back to that, could serve a lot of people, because there's people that want hand jobs. There's people that need to give hand jobs for money.
Matt, I'm sure if you went to Viva Las Vegas, or as I like to call it, Viva Viagra, I'm sure there's a service down there. I mean, you could get what you need to do done. And what that is offering sexual favors with your hand.
I'll do whatever.
In hand form.
I'll be. What's a ZJ? If you have to ask, you can't afford it. But yeah, pawn shops in casinos. I think it's I want to go to a sleazy casino that's like, hey, this guy's gonna give us his Ridge wallet. Will we give him $10 cash for it? Sure.
I got a Ridge wallet. Maybe I should look into getting some cash for it. We know there's no cash in there.
So you got to start using a binder clip. That's what I see everyone doing these days.
Like instead of a money clip?
Yeah, they just use like a binder clip and then they fold it over.
I mean, yeah, if you want to look ghetto as shit, then do that. It's not what you do, is it?
No.
Removes binder clip from his cards and cash. No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
I have a money clip somewhere. I don't have Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. I'm trying to watch Survivor right now. This season sucks, dude. Pluto TV's where it's at.
Oh, it's the greatest. On the hour of every, it would be like, oh, I get home at like 6. It's like 6:02. I'll turn on Pluto TV, go to the 24-hour bar rescue, watch him tear apart a bar and just belittle everyone.
Yeah.
And then I'll stop watching.
There's something entertainment about verbal harassment, and can't get enough of it. You know what else is entertaining? This gentleman that I found on the socials called Dumpster Dive King.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with his work?
Oh, yeah.
Great follow. Highly recommend it. I'm just giving everybody shout outs today. But I love when he's just rifling through the old trash and people come outside and like tell him to like put the stuff back and that they're going to like call the cops or whatever. It's in the goddamn dumpster. Like, just let the guy do his thing. Who gives a shit? There we go again, swearing. But I don't know why. I just like, well, what is that like is that a power trip thing? Like, because why do you have such an attachment to stuff that you've already thrown in your garbage? If it's such a big deal, then why is it in the garbage?
Yeah, it's like, I'm either going to take this and resell it, or a family of raccoons is going to come in here and just have sex with it. So I do really like that when it's like, it'll be like Karen tries to kick me out, and like they always have the worst arguments, like this is private property, and then like on a sign it'll be like public dumpster, and you're like, okay, like what are we doing here?
This is private property on a in a public store. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I want to know, like, what does this guy do with all this stuff?
He resells it.
Are we doing like online, or
Oh, yeah.
does he get like a little shop or something?
I think he does like Whatnot and stuff. Because he'll always go like find like posters, and I feel like I see him pull out a lot of posters and a lot of like mugs or like tumblers or stuff like that.
Yeah, or like around Christmas time, he was like finding like a bunch of like decorations or like Christmas cards. So it's very depends on where you're at and what time of the year, but it's just like you're getting very oddly specifically themed stuff.
Yeah, it's like I have to hold on to like all these Christmas ornaments for another 11 months before I even have a chance at reselling them.
I just feel like, and I mean, we've done reselling before, but usually on a very small scale.
Yeah.
And it's usually we know we have like something good or a home run, but yeah, I feel like the cards are stacked against you in the resale game because he fills up his vehicle like full, like to the brim of stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's got to like hold on to all of this, and you got to sort through it, and then you got to hopefully sell it. I don't know, because I've thought of the reselling thing a lot before. You know, I love me a good garage sale, you know, make a few extra bucks, but just like making a living off of reselling, that's got to be a lot of work.
I mean, he fully makes more money on
Social media.
yeah, I mean he has 4.3 million followers. I'm sure he just poops out money from the Instagram like algorithm.
Love that. But I also saw a homeless guy rifling through my trash at about 2 a.m. the other day. The dumpster located on the property that I live at. And like right away, I was just like, what's going on over here? I have no, because I was pulled into the parking lot. I walked by. I kind of saw somebody in the garbage area. And so I like went up to my apartment, and then I just like peeked out my window just to like I had a better vantage point to see him from. Dude, this guy was so cracked out. He would like rifle through the garbage for a little bit, and then he would like look through like the little crack in the gate, like to see if anyone's coming. And then he would just keep on cycling through that. I'm like, dude, it is 2 a.m. Like, I don't think anyone cares. However, do not make a mess, or I will be calling the cops on you.
It's like the only people that care that you're doing this at 2 a.m. is other homeless people that want to be digging in the same dumpster.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure they got to figure out, like, does he have a monopoly on dumpsters? I can't imagine. It's great. He had a few items in his hand, and I was very curious as to what it was. But yeah, he was just chain smoking cigarettes, like down to the filter. I could tell from where I was at, but yeah, I'm talking about garbage. Not a big week for me. I didn't have a whole lot. You got to excuse me.
There's another one. I like the guys that go fishing and they get like confronted by landowners. I watched this one where the guy he was wearing a GoPro and like got permission from a landowner to go to fish on this pond. And his neighbor comes out and starts just yelling at him and goes up to him and literally just decks him into the pond, like throws him into the pond. And it's all on his GoPro. And the neighbor also called the cops on him. So the cops get there and this guy's just soaking wet. And he's like, yeah, the guy threw me into the pond. And the other neighbor is like, I gave him permission to fish here. And the cop's like, he threw you into the pond. And then it cuts, and this female cop is just throwing the neighbor to the ground and cuffing him, and he gets arrested for assault.
That one's brutal.
Yeah, but
especially when the guy's got a GoPro on him.
Yeah, I've been watching some of the Olympics, and I want them, when they do the medal ceremony, I want them to award the last place person.
Now, are the Olympics happening right now?
Yep.
When did this start?
opening ceremonies was last Friday. I think some of like hockey and stuff started before that.
Oh, I had no idea the Olympics started.
I have been seeing more figure skating on TV than I've seen in the past.
What the heck? What channel is this on?
NBC, I think.
Oh yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I've been clenching for the last 24 minutes. Between that and Survivor, it is hard to concentrate right now.
Yeah, well, just throw on a diaper before we podcast.
I'm gonna put a cork in my asshole and hopefully. Sorry, that got too graphic. My bad.
Yeah, but I just want there to be a last place in the Olympics where like there's like a toilet flush sound, and then it's like, and give it up for Bangladesh who didn't finish. And then a stadium of 100,000 people just boo the shit out of this person.
Now, how long do the Olympics last? Do we know that?
Couple weeks.
Okay, it says until February 22nd. I was about to say for a minute there, we might have an Olympics/World Baseball Classic crossover, but that's not going to happen.
I was doing a little research on so Bangladesh is the 8th most populous country in the world. Guess how many Olympic medals they've won?
3.
0.
Okay.
They've only sent 7 people to the Olympics ever.
What kind of events do they thrive in? Well, clearly none, but
I think like air rifle, maybe. They had one in archery, one in shooting, and one in swimming.
just all over the board.
I can't imagine the swimmer from Bangladesh was good. He didn't win a medal, so. But yeah, that's how I spend most of my days, is just going down rabbit holes on Wikipedia of small countries that suck in the Olympics. So
I was talking to a guy the other day, it was last week, and he needed some gear, and said he was running a marathon this past weekend. I believe Mesa had a marathon, and then he was doing a triathlon in a few weeks. I was like, wow, that's awesome. Good for you. I said, how's training going? He's like, I haven't started yet. I just bought a bike yesterday. Like for the triathlon in a few weeks, but still. I don't know how the people have the ability just to like get up off their couch and go run an extensive period of time.
It kind of reminds me of JD and Scrubs when he wants to do a triathlon before his 30th birthday, and he like shows up in swim trunks, and he's like, why is everyone wearing wetsuits? And like, the water's 48 degrees.
Yeah, I can't. Oh, a triathlon. What is the point?
I would hope that swimming would be the first event I would do, so I could just drown and get it over with.
Oh, he looks like he's struggling out there, and like seeing how your body just floats to the top of the water.
I would bring like a dog leash with and try to like hook on another swimmer, or just cheat.
Nothing like cheating on a triathlon.
Like the lady that won the Boston Marathon that one year, or the New York Marathon, and she literally took a cab to like.
How did nobody notice this?
They found out pretty quick, but they like interviewed her, and they're like, what were your intervals like when you were training? And she's like, I don't know what intervals are. And it's like, okay, well, and she was just hardly sweating at all. And you're like, okay, like this lady, it's a pretty fascinating story, and it was like it was like in the 90s. Like
you just see security cam footage of her like show up to a bar and like suck down 3 beers and like, all right, I gotta get going.
Or there's this video that goes viral of this guy. He's like running my first half marathon today. And then it pans to him and he's in a porta potty. He's like, I'm on mile 7. Send help. Whoa!
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
so the
all.
Olympics are going on, huh? That's pretty wild. What are the best events for this? What is this? The Winter Olympics?
I was watching, there's a curling athlete that is pretty attractive. So I'll probably wait until about 3:30 this morning to shoot her a message. Stephanie Constantini.
Norway is leading the medal count already, huh?
Norway dominates in like luge and bobsled and
Are these like the early events that get done the quickest? Because I feel
Yeah.
like it just started the other day. How do we already have so many medals? But Norway has 6 gold, 2 silver, 4 bronze for a total of 12, and they double the rest of the field.
Yeah.
Wait. They lead golds. Italy has 11. Sorry. Italy has 11. Japan has 8. Good old United States of America, 7. Love that.
yeah, usually Russia's pretty good, but they're not allowed to be in the Olympics.
Well, they're not. Do
Nope.
they do something wrong?
Yeah, 99% of their athletes got caught doping.
Oh, it had nothing to do with the fact that they're just in the middle of a war with Ukraine.
It's not helping their cause. They're like, we weren't going to let you in. We were like, you're in probationary period because they were like, they couldn't compete as Russia. They were Olympic athletes from Russia and they would wear like white jerseys and nothing else on them.
Just with permanent marker on it.
Yeah, they're like, well, it can't really get much worse for them. Then they're like, every country in the world hates us. Let's start a war. And then it's like, okay, now you're banned.
Yeah, as if the genocide wasn't enough. Now we're doping. Come on, guys.
Also, speed skating. The start of every speed skating race looks like a toddler that doesn't know how to walk starting, where they're like wide and just waddling really fast.
Yeah, you gotta get going.
Yeah.
That just seems so dangerous. You just got
12-inch knives.
Yeah, just sharp objects, and you're going at high speeds. It just blows my mind. I mean, just the fact that the Olympics is gone right now blows my mind. I had no idea.
The Olympics fell off after like 2006.
Like Michael Phelps?
Yeah.
Yeah, but as an American, I like the Olympics. It just makes me feel good about the country I'm residing in until we move to Ireland, of course.
Yeah, I'm getting updates on mixed team relay speed skating. And then he said it's kind of wild. And then the next text is Jake Paul's girlfriend is stacked.
I didn't send that to you, did I?
No.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Where's the Olympics at now?
Milan.
Okay.
Not to be confused with Mulan, which is based in China.
I love that. Well, we had our own version of the Olympics in San Francisco the other day with Super Bowl 60. I'll be honest, boring game. Boring.
It reminded me of Super Bowl 53. A lot of kicks.
See, yeah, when you don't score a touchdown till the second half, at that point, I'm already checked out. I'm like, whatever. Who cares?
More importantly, what kind of food were you munching on?
Nothing too crazy. Just had some pizza. I did have bacon wrapped sausage, which was pretty sweet. When you take one meat and then you just wrap it with another meat, throw a little barbecue sauce on there.
That is my first favorite meat wrapped around my second favorite meat.
Yeah, so that was pretty good. Other than that, it was just, alcohol and narcotics, I guess.
Nice.
What were you munching on? It's like, well,
have you ever tried crystal meth?
A lot of beers. A lot of beers. But no, the Seahawks win. And I'm sitting over here as a Vikings fan trying to wrap my head around how about a year ago, the quarterback who won the Super Bowl now was on the Vikings. Make that make sense for me.
I came in here fully well to make fun of you for this, but I did start 2 separate Sam Darnold for MVPs like 4 years ago when he was on the Panthers.
Yeah.
The Vikings, Sam Darnold's good.
Yeah.
Vikings made him look good. So the Vikings are a good team. The Panthers were so bad that Sam Darnold looked awful.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's been on your Panthers, but he was just recently on my Vikings, and he was in the building. They had a chance to sign this guy, and they're saying, "Oh, I think he got like around $35 million a year." Like, oh, that's too much. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you could put a price on a Super Bowl victory. I think you should pay everything you have in your pocket for one of those as a Vikings fan, owner, staff member. It's just rubbing in my face now.
Yeah, I also saw that California taxes were so bad that players lost money winning the Super Bowl.
Is it because it was in the state of California that they have to like technically get paid?
Yep.
Even though their employer is from Seattle?
Yep. So, because they were there for like a week ahead, someone did the math on it, and Sam Darnold lost $71,000 for winning the Super Bowl.
Like in total?
Yep.
Oh, do you want to know a fun fact as well? Clint Kubiak, Seattle's offensive coordinator, now the Raiders head coach, Minnesota Vikings quarterback coach. A lot of talent in the building. Can't seem to capitalize on it when they're there or keep them around.
Joe Brady, Panthers offensive coordinator, gets fired after 1 year. Now the head coach of the Bills, promising young coach in the league.
Yeah, no, it was a boring game. The only cool part about it is I decided to get back into my sports gambling ways and actually doubled my money. I picked Rahamondre Stevenson and Matt Collins to score a touchdown, and they did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I lost the coin toss and the over-under on the national anthem. So
Yeah, I had people with me that were just like so gung-ho about watching the national anthem. I never really understood that. I mean, it was pretty sweet, but just feels like the priorities are backwards.
yeah, I don't know. Like a funny thing about so the halftime show, they like all the weeds and stuff, those were actual people in there. Like their job was they were just in like a bunch of weeds, like ghillie suits, and they would just go stand to make like a cornfield. And I always thought it'd be funny, like after it, like one of the employees is like, "Yeah, I went and set all those weeds on fire. That way we don't have to throw them away." I'm like, "There's people in there."
Can't do that. Well, and on top of it, I lost a bet again. You choose teams usually at the beginning of the college football playoffs, the NFL playoffs. I now have to drink 45 Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
3 Forrest Gump challenges. I better get on it.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can always win some back during March Madness.
Well,
Olympic hockey.
I did tell somebody about my idea to go to the movie theater and, drink the Diet Dr. Pepper through my cup deal. Big Harkins guy now. They liked it. They thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, it's just a punishment. Get this. I'm going to go to a golf tournament and I'm going to drink Dr. Pepper and watch golf all day long.
Those sound pretty sweet. All right, we have about 30 seconds left before I shit my pants. So let's wrap it up.
Okay, yeah, I don't have anything else. Super Bowl sucked. Jordan won money. I lost money. Jordan's about to poop his pants. We'll see you next week for episode 286.
Follow us, please.